I know I mentioned the weird place that I found.
You did mention the weird
where I
place
got
that
the
you
warm egg from.
I hate when you describe it like that.
I mean, well, I mean,
Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Your flower's different?
Oh. I guess they are. I didn't remember which button to press. Oh. Well, I guess, they look gray.
Or like...
I guess, do you think that they changed when you told me what was happening with Athena?
Probably.
Oh my god,
I don't know how your flowers work, I'm gonna be completely... Do I need to give them more water? Do you need water?
I mean, they never need water. I don't know.
Do you need water? Do you need to hydrate?
Maybe. I don't know. They don't normally need water. Well, first off, my skin is weird because I accidentally clicked not slim, so that's fine. We can ignore that.
The chest plate! Just put the chest plate on and it's fixed.
That's the logic, yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Everything's fine. Okay. Everything will get figured out. It'll be fine.
Is it fine?
Yes. Yes. Everything will be okay.
Alright. If you are
Sorry.
You didn't also get like pricked with a wither arrow, did you?
No, I don't have those.
Okay, so so you're not dying.
No.
You might be. I don't know.
I think I'm okay. I think I would know if I was dying.
Ow.
Okay, well, let's just not think about that.
I don't understand mortality. Anyway, place.
Yeah, cool place.
Cool place?
It's this way, I believe. I didn't go far.
I mean, yeah. Is it the waterfall place, or?
I think there was like water on the hill.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, is your render just... Okay.
Listen, I'm playing it safe.
Yeah, it's okay, you're nearsighted. You're nearsighted.
Yeah, canonically.
It's okay, Ghosty's also nearsighted.
Yeah, the cave
there's
up
a
there.
sheep following.
There's a sheep?
There's a sheep following us for a second. There's like a gray one, it was back there.
Oh, well. It's up here. There's like a statue.
Oh? Is it a statue of what? Oh,
a person? I don't know what it is, but it's nice and warm. I lit the campfires and everything.
Oh.
Spent a night in here before building the house.
You know, art comes in many shapes and forms.
Yeah, true.
So I think this one's more like, so is this... This seems more like a... Because I will be honest, this kind of resembles a little bit of the temple, like, Virago had. Like...
Wait, oh? You think...
I think it might be a god thing. I don't take my word for it, but I know there was, like, some animal one.
An animal god?
Yeah. It might be that, considering there's quite
that
a
makes
few...
sense.
There's quite a few animals. There's
that, yeah.
There's quite a few of them.
I don't know anything about the gods, so you would... well, I guess you would know how... I was about to say you would know better than me, but I don't quite know how.
I know, a decent amount. From things Ray has told me and things I know. I used to actually know a god one. Oh, I know about the nature one. The animal one.
You used to know a god?
Well, yeah. His name was Virago. He was a really kind guy. A lot of the texts would describe him as like a spooky, scary ocean monster that lurks in the depths and eats ships, but honestly, biggest introvert I've ever laid eyes on. Hated leaving. Hated leaving. And you know, it's funny because like I don't remember a lot. There's some gaps in my memory from before Fish, and
Seems to be a pretty common thing among the gang.
I think my gaps are more naturally made. Oh, it's just time.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I know there was this one guy. Not guy, but god. I don't know their name. I don't know what they look like. I do know that them and Virago had like an interaction which resulted in a fish. I don't know if it was a gift or what, but I think they were one of the few gods that Virago ever like would be okay being around. Besides his brother and Cassus.
Did okay, wait, how many gods are there? You just said a whole lot of names.
Oh, wait, you weren't around for the sleepover for when Ray had the storybook, weren't you?
No.
Okay. So I know before everything, I knew of technically 3 gods. Or more 4, including this one, but I don't know what they look like, I just did. The one I'm most familiar with is Virago, the god of depth, and then his lover Cassus, who is the goddess of luck. And Virago is the brother of Lenarius.
Yeah, okay, I know that name.
Yeah. I know your memory's a little iffy from last season, but I know, you know, fall. Last season being fall.
The way you immediately tried to backtrack is so funny. Anyway, continue.
I know your memory's a little fuzzy from the last reset, but there's, you know, there's 3 main ones? I don't consider them the main ones. They're the apparently main ones, but they're not the main ones in my heart.
Yeah, I remember those names. I remember them. I remember Fable, Endirian, and Netherrealm, but I don't remember much about them.
I don't know anything about Fable. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think the only thing I know is that it's a guy. That's about it. Endirian's bad news? Like, real bad news, like... Wait. Oh, wait. Do you know what Ominous Bane was?
Yeah, that was the group that Easton, David, and Sherbert were part of.
Do you know what happened to them? What Endirian did?
I know what they did. What did Endirian do?
What they did is Endirian's fault. She, like, mind controlled them or something. Corrupted. Like,
mind control?
I remember something about purple. About purple stuff.
Purple, okay.
And... Well, I mean... I don't know about Centros, but I know Sherbert and Easton were really upset after finding out what happened. Is the end for breaking free. This one's kind of fuzzy, because the way I learned about this one was through the fish, and during this time, Mambu found out that Sherbert had done bad things, and got upset, and I sent her a letter, actually. Like, asking what was going on, and how the fish were yelling about mind poison, and gods, and it was just complaining the whole. I could tell she wasn't happy, and I was gonna make my way over to you guys. I didn't know really you were. I was just gonna wander, and then the world reset, and I didn't have to. I don't know. Jamie, it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
And, listen, I know you don't want to go back, but, and it's because of the memories that are bad, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the bad memories you can, I think, blame on not the people, like, Endirian made people do stuff, from what I know. And I know I talked to Ray after you came to me about the bunker, and Ray told me the reason Mambu put you in there was because Mambu was scared of Ray, because apparently Sherbert had told Mambu that Ray was bad and was gonna hurt you, and put you in there. And I don't agree with her putting you in there, because that's kind of messed up, but, like, on one hand, she got told her baby was in there. And it's a real nuanced, weird thing. And I'm not saying what she did was right, but I am saying I don't think you have to fear her. But I don't blame you for they don't.
A lot of information.
Yeah, and I think I just got pushed by a dog, but okay, they're back there.
Yeah.
I just looked down and they weren't there anymore, but, I don't know. I know it's a lot of information, and I'm sorry for, like, all dropping that on you.
I don't know. That's just seems so crazy. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I
wouldn't believe you, to be fair.
Okay, well, that's a lot to wrap my head around. I don't know.
The world is full of crazy, crazy things, Jamie. You're a bear.
True. And you're a fish. So,
I mean, technically no.
Yeah, I mean, what are you? I mean, I don't mean to be, like, rude or anything, or, like...
I've asked myself that same question so many times. You know how we had that fun little conversation just the other day on I am an anomaly? And hey, a lot of people are an anomaly. I'm an anomaly in the most sense that you could be an anomaly. And if I tell you this, you're gonna think I'm insane. You're gonna think I'm crazy, and also you can't tell anybody besides the people who already know, which would be Ray, Ghosty, and Axe. But hey, you're also 6,000 blocks out. But
who am I gonna tell out here? You know.
Well, I'm kind of hoping you'll eventually go back home. But hey. But Jamie, how far does your render distance go? 'Cause this won't work.
Not very far.
Can you see the water over there?
No, I can there's water there. I see it in my mind's eye. I see it.
Oh.
There's the water. I found it.
Anyway. Okay, this is best today. Is it better if I say a story instead of just coming out right and say it? Because, like, you'll probably just walk away if I tell you out, but okay.
I mean, however you wanted.
Okay. So I want you to imagine this. You are you're a guard, and you've just stumbled upon this strange blonde woman in the sand, right by the ocean. She's crawled out of the ocean with kelp on her and talks to fish, and she's really weird and strange, and despite all that, you still walk with her, and you being a guard, you don't have any patrols and you don't have any assignments right now. So you take to guarding her. Now during that, you just find out you think she's just crazy. And it's because she keeps saying something about being the ocean. And
being the ocean?
Being the ocean. And the weird thing is, you kind of believe it. Because when you met her, she didn't have a name. She didn't know what pronouns were. She didn't know anything besides some memory she had of an old god that you had no idea whose name you couldn't remember, who you didn't know. Didn't know that person's name, but she had memories of that god. She had memories of sailors, but she didn't know, like, basic math, how to write in English. She wrote in a language you never understood. Language that technically was written by a long-dead civilization. That was me. The guard was, my partner, Jerry. And then we met my other partners, and it was interesting. I remember them teaching me different things, coming up with a name, because I had no fucking clue what I was. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know where I was. And I didn't know who anybody was, what anything was. Over time, they taught me, and I'm who I am today. I found out I had a sister, and I found her. And Ray named me Lady of the Sea. Because he got told the same thing. Because what the
hell?
Hello? Ma'am!
Oh, the dog's gonna die, dog's gonna die, dog's gonna die.
Ma'am!
Connor, sit! Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you have meat?
I do. Alright.
I'm sorry, just interrupted your story by
No,
panicking.
It's okay. I was for a second I thought you did it. I was like, Jamie. But no. Because the other thing, and the thing that made Ray believe it, was that I don't forget resets. I've never forgotten. Not once.
It's not like ever? It's not you forget and then you just...
This is the only reset I've ever been in where people remember, and I don't know what's going on. And I'm gonna be honest, it does kind of hurt because the people I talked about earlier, Rust, Sean, Jerry, I've only found Rust and Sean, but they didn't remember either. I tried hard to get the two of them to remember. Hi, Connor. And it just didn't work. And it's a little bittersweet seeing, you know, Ray and Caspian reunite. But I'm happy that they have the chance.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Maybe if people are remembering this time, then you can find them, and they'll remember this time, though. I don't know why this one's different, but...
I don't know either. It's interesting. Everybody here is weird. But not in a bad way. But, yeah, your aunt's the ocean.
Cool. That...
Before you judge me, remember you're a talking bear.
You've got me there. I really can't... I mean, you're right, it's crazy, but I believe you. I have no reason not to.
Thank you.
It's not like I haven't seen anything like this before. Like, Mambu talks to plants, and when she's sad, it rains.
When she's upset, it lightnings.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm like 90% sure that Athena broke glass with her mind last time I saw her. So...
Yeah, everybody's part of everybody being strange is the reason I kind of like it here. I have a small distaste for most humans, considering most humans are not good. However, like, being here has kind of helped. There's like 3 normal people. And everybody else is, I don't know. It's all crazy, but it all makes sense in its weird way. It's weird thinking and knowing that I'm one of the oldest people around, and yet I know some of the least. I, up until like the other day, didn't know what a dream was, because I don't dream. I've never had one.
Oh?
No. I do need to sleep.
Oh, good.
That is something I found out. I found that out for my first ever reset when Jerry, Russ, and Sean were like, alright, let's camp down for the night. And I went, why? And then didn't know how to sleep, so I just laid awake. And then the next day, didn't know why, I just couldn't. Just couldn't move, and it was just like, I don't want to get up. It's like a learning curve to living.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never had to think about these things. But I guess if you don't know any of it.
You ever try to figure out hands? You ever? I mean, actually no, you wouldn't. Actually, wait a second. You wouldn't.
I haven't. I have paws. I don't have thumbs. Opposable ones, at least.
Exactly. They're one of the most annoying things. They get, like, you get these little, with hands, you get these little things on your fingers, and they hurt. And you, like, when you pull them, they hurt, and then, like, you have to get a little nail clipper to clip them off, and I don't like them.
Hangnails?
Yes.
That legitimately took me a second to figure out what you were talking about.
Yes. Hangnails, cuticles.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't get those. But, I mean, Asen does. And Mabu do, so.
Yeah, they're the dumbest thing. Also, I don't know. So far, and you can't tell anybody this, by the way, because okay, I think it's funny, because the first person I had told about this, and multiple resets, was Ray, and Ray turned around and immediately told Axe. I think it's funny.
Well,
the thing is, I'm kind of happy that he did, though, because Axe is genuinely very sweet. I don't know if you've met Axe enough, but I think you'd like him.
only a handful of times, but from what I know, he's pretty cool.
And that's what I'm kind of talking about with this, Jamie. I mean, I know you have bad memories with everybody, and I know it sucks. But I mean, there's hey, you got your house in the mountains, apparently, that you can, like, go to and be away from everybody. You could stay with me and Chaos if you wanted. I know, from what I know, Chaos wasn't with the main crew last time. You can... Ven's around. Ven I've talked to a little more, seems pretty cool. We dueled or sparred the last time I was around. I totally wiped the floor with him.
Good.
Yeah. I talked to him about the tree, and he apologized, and, like, he understands it's important now.
That's good.
There's, trying to remember the other people that Ray said wasn't around. Galahad,
Galahad is cool.
Yeah, apparently, I've never really met Galahad, besides, I think, at the sleepover, but...
Just a handful of times, yeah.
Yeah. For example, these, like, other 4 people plus me, you don't have, like, you could meet new people and make new memories, and I know it hurts right now, but isolating's not gonna help you, man. Take it from me. After the whole ordeal with, what happened with Rust, I just stayed in the ocean for multiple resets, and wouldn't leave. And the fun thing about the ocean is that most people can't breathe water anymore, because most of the Telkins, or all of the Telkins actually, are dead. What they did. There's a whole other can of worms. And... yeah. It didn't help. I Felt really bad. And then I kind of came here, and you know what happened? Chaos fell into the water right in front of me, and forced me to make friends, basically. And I feel better. I still want to go back to what I was. I don't like this body, and I don't like being as a person. But I don't know. With Ray, with you, with Chaos, with Axe, even Caspian, even though I'm mean to him, it makes it feel actually nice. Despite the fact that I don't enjoy it as much as I probably should, being a person, but I'd rather this than being alone. And it's different.
Right.
We're different, and I acknowledge. Jamie, you have a whole family. You have a mother and a sibling and uncles who, despite the horrible things you're remembering, are good people, and,
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Continue.
right. Despite everything you're remembering, because for some reason it's only the bad stuff, they're good people. And I mean, you have good memories with Athena, and from what I know, Athena remembers everything, and Athena trusts Ray enough to live with him.
Yeah. You're right.
I am
And-
right.
I am right.
I haven't been wrong ever, actually. For that one time.
That one time?
That one time. That's why,
Okay.
you know, that's why I keep my Minecraft kicked me out again. It's doing the thing.
No! Well,
Here.
perfect, because we were about done. This is...
Yeah.
You're right.
Is it gonna...
Is it gonna let you back in?
I
No,
tried
it's
to
okay.
do the Hypixel thing. Oh! I tried to do the
Oh my
Hypixel
God.
thing of joining Hypixel, and then... Viewers! Fun thing that's been happening. Oh, she gets kicked off of the server. For
No
whatever
reason.
reason. The server doesn't like me. Somebody said even Minecraft knew you were- What? Why am I down here? Oh,
You back?
don't know.
Okay.
Think. It's alright, it happens. It
Okay.
happens. Sometimes my body doesn't work anymore. It's alright.
You're right. And if mind control, whatever, was a factor of last reset, then
I highly encourage you talking to Ray. I highly encourage you
Yeah.
to talk to Ray. I think
you're right.
that's...
And
Because,
maybe
okay,
maybe he can find a way to figure out how to fill in the gaps.
yes, exactly. Ray,
Or,
I don't know my sister very well. When I came to visit you guys, I was really hoping she remembered like I did. But she doesn't. And, you know, that's
No.
okay. It's okay. It's different, but I don't know Mambu too well. However, I do know Ray, and I know Ray is a good person. I know he's a little wacky, but you can trust him. And, you know, and while you're at it, you could meet Axe and everything. And also, Athena's living with Ray.
I miss Athena a lot.
And I don't know what's going on with Athena. I know Ray was gonna talk to Sherbert, and I don't know exactly what happened there with the syringes they found in the Telkin monument that I still need to look around because I stayed outside to keep watch. They explored it, but Maybe if, hey, who knows? For all we know, if we could go back and Athena could be all ready. Okay.
Right. You know which way is back?
You're not gonna like my answer.
It's all.
So, we can just... I got the quartz, don't worry. Come on.
Okay.
You wanna sleep with this last night and then head out in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I like how chat has started giving directions and they're all different. Cause I see east, west, maybe? I thought it was west.
Oh,
I got the guy, don't worry.
I just fishing rodded you instead of pulling out my bow. Wrong tool.
It's cause I'm a fish, isn't it?
Okay.
Well, not really, but... I don't know why I look like this. It's strange. But, hey.
You know, I don't know why I'm a bear, so...
I don't know why anything is anything. Now they're just saying north,
Yeah, me either.
south, east, not south.
Not south.